everyone, welcome to Vlogmas day 14. Today I want to talk about 9 things I don't buy at Christmas. Just for a little bit of fun, I thought I would do a play on a video I've made a couple of times before, and loads of other people have made this video, and it's where you list maybe 30 or 50 items that as a minimalist you just don't buy, and they're usually quite common items that most people do tend to buy. I thought today we'd do the same thing but with a Christmas twist. So here are 9 fairly ordinary, quite common Christmas items that we do not buy. The first one is Christmas crackers, and by Christmas crackers I mean the things that look like this. It's just dawning on me now, do people outside of the UK use these as commonly as British people do? Do most people know what these are? Let me know in the comments. Are Christmas crackers a thing around the world, or is it just a weird thing that we do? I cannot remember a Christmas my entire life where we have not had Christmas crackers on our dinner table. And even if you go out to a restaurant at Christmas time, or quite a few different sorts of places, you will probably be given a Christmas cracker. If you don't know what Christmas crackers are, they're basically cardboard tubes decorated ever so slightly fancy. You pull them apart with another person, so you have to choose your favourite person at the dinner table and hope no one gets offended. And out of said cracker comes a paper crown. It is tradition that you wear your paper crown at the dinner table. Usually a joke. However, if they're posh crackers, you might get an interesting fact or like thought of the day, and then a little gift, usually something that doesn't make it beyond the dinner table. Again, depends on how fancy your crackers are. I just didn't realise they might not be a thing elsewhere. Anyway, they are totally common in Britain. However, we don't buy them. We don't see the point in them. It's a thing that goes bang. You get a few bits of papery items out of it, and a item like it could be a little toy, a little game, sometimes like a little pack of screwdrivers, one of those weird fish things that flaps about and is supposed to tell your fortune, a pack of cards, nail clippers or tweezers, or a little hair grip or a plastic ring. Something really random and something that neither of us would really want. So we have never bought Christmas crackers. For the Christmases where we've lived here and we've gone around to my parents, they have always had Christmas crackers. Everyone has Christmas crackers. I think it's just us that doesn't. But it's not something we see the point in, and they're not very good for the environment. But really everything in them goes to waste. You literally keep nothing from them. You throw out the outer shell. After Christmas Day, you throw out your paper crown. You throw out the joke once you've read it. And I would imagine the vast majority of the time, the little thing inside it also goes in the bin, because no one wants it. So I don't really see the point. I'm sure, again, I'm sounding very Scroogey, but Christmas crackers is not something we buy. But I imagine a lot of people do. I think it's quite a common Christmas item. Number 2 is any sort of treat food in the lead up to Christmas. So particularly Christmas week, when you do your shopping, your grocery shop for Christmas, we put a big no on any treats like chocolates, biscuits, cakes, anything like that, because we know we just get loads of it at Christmas. You can guarantee someone's going to buy you a tub of chocolates. Somebody's going to buy you a box of biscuits. And so knowing all of that is coming, and knowing we will spend the coming weeks working through it, we don't buy any sweet treats the lead up to Christmas, and then when we do our grocery shop for a few weeks after Christmas, because we know we're just going to have loads anyway. So that's one thing we don't personally buy into our house for ourselves during our grocery shop around Christmas time. Similarly to that, number 3 is alcohol, and this is just personal preference, and this is actually one that's not specific to Christmas. It is the same all year round. We, being myself and my husband, choose not to drink alcohol. It's not really something we enjoy, and so that's just never been a thing for us. It's not really on the radar. So at Christmas time, we also don't buy alcohol. But I know some people who don't drink throughout the year, but at Christmas they have like a treat drink, or they just say, oh, I have a bit at Christmas. Some people I know have it just as part of the socialising thing, almost like they feel pressured to have it. That's just not a thing with us. All of our family and friends know we don't drink alcohol, so we are never pressurised to even try it, so we don't buy any in. And the people in our family are so good that even if we're hosting, we usually have my husband's family for Christmas Eve come to us. If they want to drink, they'll just bring their own, because they know we don't have a clue. They could tell us what we want and we'd be like, what's that? We are clueless when it comes to alcohol, really shockingly clueless. So we never buy alcohol in for ourselves. The one exception is if someone has requested alcohol as their Christmas gift and they've told me exactly what they want. Usually they probably would have to send me a picture. That I will buy as a Christmas gift, but it's never sort of in the house for us to enjoy at Christmas because we don't see the point. Number 4 are stocking fillers. I pretty much gave up on this last year. So the year before I was pretty mad on stocking fillers. I bought a whole load of pointless stuff. This would have been Christmas of 2019, just for the sake of filling a stocking for my husband, and it really was just a waste of time, money, energy, and it brought more stuff that was just so unnecessary into our space. Last year I bought him things that I thought were practical stocking fillers, and there weren't many. It was like socks, batteries, scratch cards, and I think that was it. This year I've not bought anything. I've hung up our stockings because I think they're gorgeous and they're beautiful to decorate the room, but I have no intention of actually putting anything in them. They're just there for decorative purposes. My problem with stocking fillers is a lot of the time they're little novelty items and not necessarily something that you'll get a lot of practical use out of or even enjoyment out of them. A lot of the time they end up being put on a shelf or in a cupboard, and you might feel guilty about just decluttering it because someone bought it as a gift for you, and so sometimes it can just be a whole mess, so I don't bother with stocking fillers anymore. The next one is outdoor lights, and I am sure this is the one that makes me the most Scroogey, to be honest. And it's really noticeable. If you drive around our neighbourhood, I am pretty sure all but about 3 houses have Christmas lights outside, and we are one of the 3. I would absolutely love Christmas lights. I think they would look beautiful and I'd be happy to put the effort in to buying them and putting them up. But we do have a little sort of what's the point attitude to it again. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that when you're in your house, you can't see your own Christmas lights. When we would return home from work, someone would have to switch them on. So you're not going to see them as you return to work. I suppose you can get one of those things and put them on a timer. It also wastes electricity. And I know, again, not a lot because they're LEDs, and I suppose it depends how mad you go with the lights, but it's something we've never seen the point in. I'm not going to pretend that I'm never going to put outdoor Christmas lights up because I do love them. We just haven't yet, for the reasons I've just said. Convince me. Tell me how good Christmas lights are. Maybe I'll do some next year. I think I'm up to number 6 now. Number 6 is extravagant gift wrapping, like big fancy bags, big fancy bows and ribbons and tags, like, and spending a real load of money on something that's essentially going to get torn up. Ooh. My gift wrap is brown paper. Last year I had just plain brown paper. This year I was just lucky enough to see this massive roll, and it's got little Christmas trees on and little red cars. I thought it was adorable, but I'm very basic. I have this gift wrap. I then put the sticker label tags on rather than like the separate tags because it could just go straight on there. And if I'm feeling creative, they might even get a bow. But to be honest, I'm kind of moving away from this now because, again, this is just plastic. I would rather go for something a bit more environmentally friendly next year, but I did have a few bows left to use up, so that's why I'm just using these up. But next year, I don't think I'll go for these plasticky ones. So yeah, I go very basic with my gift wrap. I don't see the point in spending a lot of money. Yes, it looks nice, but a lot of the time, to be honest, it's the environmental thing that does it for me. You know, it's bad enough that I'm using plastic bows and sellotape. I don't need to then go overboard with everything else because the thought about the environmental impact will just make me feel guilty. So I'm all about cheap and cheerful and low waste with the aim to go even lower waste. So no fancy pants gift wrapping here. The next one is Christmas clothing, things like pajamas specifically for Christmas or Christmas jumpers, things like that. I own one Christmas jumper that comes out every single year. I think I've had it for 4 years now and I have no intention of buying another one. So that's just the one that gets used. But we do not buy any novelty Christmas clothing, things that can only be worn at Christmas. That just doesn't sit well with my whole idea of capsule wardrobing and getting a lot of wear out of pieces. I no longer see the point in having items where I can only get like a week or two's wear out of them, or even a day of wear out of them. That just doesn't work for me. So I don't buy any novelty Christmas clothing. Number 8 is presents for pets. This is probably different for us because we don't have a pet like a cat or a dog. We have bunny rabbits and I have not bought them Christmas presents. It's our first year with them, but I haven't bought them Christmas presents because I don't see the point. Again, we get them the things they need throughout the year as and when they need them. That does include their treats. Now, bunny rabbits you have to be very careful of. You have to be very selective about the treats you choose and only give them in small quantities. So there would really be no point in me going out and buying them treats as a present for Christmas. And at the same time, things like things they chew and gnaw and scratch at, all of that stuff, they need that all the time anyway. So those are just things we buy as we need them throughout the year. I'm not going to buy extra just for Christmas of essentially the same things they already have, and I don't see the point in getting them sort of seasonally designed items, because to be honest, some of the things will probably be in there for a good couple of months. Others they get through really quickly, so I just don't see the point. Let me know if you buy your pets presents and if it's different if you've got a pet like a cat or a dog. And the last one, number 9, is personalised cards, like a Christmas card, like a holiday card that you send out to people. I did actually look into this year for the first time because I was thinking of maybe doing like a cute one of my bunnies to send out to people, but I couldn't believe how expensive it was. When you can buy ordinary cards and you can get like 10 or 20 in a pack for £1 or £2, it was so expensive to get personalised cards made for as many as I would need. And then I also have this sort of realisation, this feeling where maybe I want to step away from sending cards. A lot of people at my workplace this year have started sending out emails, like they're not buying cards this year and they're going to donate the money to a chosen charity that they would have spent on cards, and that just seems like a much better shout. It saves buying them, it saves writing them, and it saves them then inevitably just going in the bin, and a lot of them can't be recycled if they have like glitter or embellishments on and everything. So actually I'm thinking this will be the last year I buy cards. I have bought some this year for family, but I think this will be the last year we do cards. But personalised cards, I honestly just couldn't get my head around how expensive they were compared to just the ones you buy in the shops with a generic design on. So for this year, personalised cards are on this list, but I guess next year it will just be Christmas cards in general because I do feel like I'll move away from that. And that's it. Those are my 9, I would say quite common items. The majority of those I think are common. Personalised cards might be a little bit niche, but some people still do them. So that is all. Those are my 9 common Christmas items that I absolutely do not purchase at Christmas. That's all for this video, so let's wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, comment about Christmas crackers, let me know, because now I'm just paranoid that I'm talking about something that no one knows what I'm on about, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care, bye!